Yeah, loudmouth tsundere are great too, but let's give the silent girl some appreciation. Here are 10 romance anime where the cute and silent girl falls for the boy. Let's go! June Naruse used to be a total chatterbox until she blabbed her dad's affair as a kid and blew up her family. As punishment, her own head basically curses her with a fairy egg that seals her mouth shut anytime she tries to speak. Now in high school, she's stuck mute and miserable until she gets roped into performing in a school musical with 3 classmates, including a guy named Takumi whose singing voice completely knocks her off balance.
伝えたいことあるんなら歌ってみるのもありなんじゃね。歌ならさ、呪い関係ないかもしれねえしって。
It's my favorite Studio A1 Pictures on the game back again, and it's the same director and studio behind Enohana, so you know it's gonna be epic. I know the whole egg stuff can get a little overwhelming, but June is a really interesting character, and this time we see why she went silent instead of just remaining as a mystery. This pulled 1.12 billion yen at the box office, so that's a good signal that this is worth the watch.
うちは受験で笑えないってのに。はあ、なんかムカつく。あんた、ムカつく。
Enough with high school drama time for graduation. But this time, several high school students have already had some problems. Mio's stuck on old feelings, Hazuki's in the band but keeps everyone at arm's length, and Haruto's living and breathing baseball. The transfer student Ita Izumi shows up for his last semester, dragging old memories back into the picture for the whole group.
俺、夏目のことが好きだ。
If I had to just pick one good thing, I'd say it's the character chemistry. Most romance anime try hard and fail at building that actual character chemistry, but this one does it really well. The whole photography subplot with Ina also adds a fresh angle to the whole story. Oh, and for those of you who don't know, the scriptwriter for this is the same mangaka behind Pet Girl of Sakura-sao and Bunny Girl Senpai.
単に俺が貧弱な。何
その風、私がもらう。
Let's bring in an otaku. Hikari Tsutsui's happy life in his 2D otaku bubble, bullied by his classmates and happy to just game with his one friend Ito. Then he gets stuck cleaning the pool as punishment and runs to Iroha Igarashi, the girl every guy avoids because of her reputation. He tries to steer her clear because what otaku needs a red flag, but Iroha comes after him and before long, the two become a couple.
私ね、半年後転校するんだ。短い間だけどよろしくね。
Yeah, I know this didn't get the same rep as Gals Can't Be Kind to Otaku, but overall I felt like this did the otaku meets problem girl trope really well. Maybe it's because there aren't many anime that tackle the same problem. Most people pair off the unpopular guy with popular girl. And Iroha's whole arc as being seen as more than just looks is genuinely well done. Give this an 8 out of 10.
何か言おう。何か言ってなんか言ってる
Rado just wants to make a friend on his first day of high school, starting with Reina Aharon, tiny quiet girl sitting next to him. Only problem, Reina has zero concept of personal space or social distance, so even saying hi turns into a whole ordeal. Rado's wild imagination fills in the blanks every time, spinning her silence into increasingly ridiculous theories.
少しくらいなら別に構わないけど
If you heard what I said, you know why it's good. Rado's over-the-top imagination makes even boring moments funny. And we've got tons of anime and pop culture references, and it's not just one season thing. Season 2 got released last year, and it keeps the hype while adding the good old childhood friend backstory.
Takeo-kun? Takeo-kun, 力持ちだね。
今年の春は
Takeo Goda is built like John Cena and has a heart of gold, but his looks scare every girl off, especially since his best friend Tsunakawa is the popular handsome guy and steals every crush Takeo's ever had without even trying. Then Takeo saves a girl named Rinko Yamato from a train groper and falls hard instantly. He assumes she must be into Tsunakawa, but surprise, surprise, she likes him.
ずっと一緒にいて
Like I always say, I'm surprised this was a shoujo anime. Takeo has a lead completely flips the typical pretty boy shoujo formula, and it even takes Tsunakawa the guy taking the big L's from the girl. That said, it still keeps the whole bright and warm shoujo tone, and the couple gets together early instead of a will they won't they for 20 episodes. If you want a unique shoujo anime, give this a go.
めっちゃ好きやねん。あれ、発音違いましたか？
Mr. Freeze for Batman got his own anime, and this time, he gets to keep a waifu. Himuro-kun's got a problem. Whenever he's stressed or embarrassed, he literally starts a blizzard around himself. No control over it at all. On his first day at a new job, he freezes up in front of his new co-worker, Fuyotsuki-san, who helps him out. From there onwards, he can't stop thinking about her. She's unbothered by love and painfully practical about everything, which makes his obvious snowstorm-triggering crush all the more embarrassing.
氷室くんの髪。ひんやり、サラサラ。
It's rare for anime to do workplace romances right, but this one does it right and takes it up a notch. Yes, it's a slow burn, but when you are an adult, you realize most things in life don't instantly happen. You have to wait and have that patience. My only complaint is how the whole freezing gimmick wore off fast. It's pretty much like watching Alia and seeing the Russian gimmick fade out fast, but hey, that doesn't make the character chemistry bad.
そんなもん選ばせるな。
ならいいよ。
いいわけあるか。吐きなさい。吐いてください。ほらパス。
We're back with a classic. Sarata Kanda gets banished to Sakurasao, the dorm for his weirdest school's most talented delinquents, and his one goal is escaping it. Then, Mashiro Shina moves in, a foreign exchange student who is a genuinely world-class artist and also can't handle basic daily life without help. Sarata ends up as her caretaker almost by accident and slowly stops wanting to leave at all.
二人はずいぶん仲がいいのね。
あ、いやこれは。
空田が初めての男子なの。あんたそれ初めてってなんやの？
Back when this was released, the whole apartment with weirdos was a whole anime trope, and this stepped right into that trend and also did it right. We got a 5-person main cast, and all of them get their development. The art is also pretty gorgeous, and episode 23's graduation episode makes you require some heart surgery. So I'd say this is a 10 out of 10 anime.
目つきが悪いのは生まれつきなんだよな。
口元を笑顔で緩めてみたらどう？
ああ、なるほど。
Yuki Shiro's the pretty, calm girl everyone at Karai High likes, except she's physically can't speak. Instead, she communicates entirely in Senryu, these short 17-syllable poems, and somehow it works for her. Eiji Busujima's a reformed delinquent who's picked up a love for Senryu himself, and despite a scary face, gets along with Nanako better than almost anyone.
バカお前、そういうのは惚れた男に言うことだろ。いや、でもスウェーデン食わぬは男の恥か。
Man, this anime is so wholesome and sweet. On one side, you get Yuki Shiro, the girl who everyone adores but can't speak. She gives this show the wholesomeness and empathy it needs. And then you got Eiji, who gives the delinquent vibe but also subverts the trope by being the good guy. All episodes are 12 minutes and are short, and that's my only complaint. Then again, you can't complain since this was based on a 4-panel manga with 100 chapters. Shoyuya Ishida used to be the kid who bullied a deaf transfer student named Shoko Nishimiya out of pure boredom over and over until the school turned around and blamed everything on him alone. Years of isolation later, now in his 3rd year of high school, Shoya is still haunted by what he did as a kid and decides he needs to track Shoko down and actually make it right.
西宮、俺君に生きるのを
This movie is peak storytelling. Redemption stories are done a lot, but it takes a lot of effort to do them right. By the end of the movie, you sympathize with Ishida and feel bad for the guy. Kyoto Animation's visuals are also pretty stunning, and this swept up some major awards, including Japan's Academy's Excellent Animation of the Year. This is a bit of a longer anime movie, so make sure to prepare some popcorn before you watch it.
何も聞いてないです。しまった。クラスメートにニャー発言プラス明らかに聞かれたであろう聞いてないです。
Oh, come on, you knew this was gonna come in at number 1. Komi is pretty much the poster girl for this whole topic. For those who don't know, this is about Hitohito Tando, who just wants to survive high school without drama. And then he accidentally sits next to Shoko Komi, the most gorgeous, mysterious girl in school. Everyone assumes she's cold and perfect, but really she's just got crippling social anxiety and literally can't talk to people. When Tadano's the first one to figure that out, she starts communicating with him by writing on the chalkboard.
僕は知っている。古見さんがコミュ障であることを知っている。
I think I've given enough praise in my previous videos for the storytelling, but you know what I don't praise? The animation. Episode 1 has genuinely movie quality animation and storyboarding, and the amount of stylistic direction they took with Komi is insane. I'm still waiting to see how all 100 friends are being introduced, but if you want a silent girl and a boy romance done right, this is what you must watch.